What is up, guys? Welcome back to Loud and Proud. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. If you guys want to check out yesterday's video, be sure and check that out after this one. It is going to be obviously just a previous video. And today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I had sent a Snapchat to all of you guys. There are hundreds and hundreds of you guys on my Snapchat. And if you're not on there yet, join the group. It'll be right here, my Snapchat as well as my Instagram. And it'll also be down in the description below if you guys want to check it out after the video. Let's jump right into this. Now, I don't have all the trucks here, I just got the first gen 12 valve right behind me. Let's get to the first question. William, what do you think about Jeeps? Would you ever drive a Cummins Grand Cherokee 75th edition Jeep? Question mark. Or is Dodge your favorite truck? Dodge per se isn't necessarily like my favorite truck, but I do like the 12 valve Dodges. The one I like the most of all Dodge trucks ever is this one sitting right behind us. And not just all 12 valves, but I love this 12 valve, this 92, this first gen. It's just a beautiful truck. It's just bold. It just says something driving out the road, and it's just a beautiful truck. I just love it. And it starts up like no other diesel I've ever seen, even the new ones. I mean, that thing just fires off as soon as you touch the ignition. You can't get your hand off fast enough. I mean, it's crazy. Love this truck. Just the sound of it, just everything about this truck I love. So not all Dodge trucks in general, but I do like the first and second gen 12 valves. This is Adam H. He says, do stickers actually increase your truck's horsepower? Question mark. Kind of a joke. Depends on the sticker. And this is from Jack. Sorry dude if I don't say your name right. Your name is Jack. What is the stupidest mod that you can put on a truck in your opinion? The stupidest mod. Stupidest mod you can put on a truck. And this is just my opinion. There's gonna be some guys out there that are gonna tear into me because of this. I think the stupidest mod you can do, not necessarily to any truck in general, but more particularly four-wheel drive trucks, is to put street tires on a four-wheel drive. Putting street tires on a four-wheel drive truck just seems a little bit dumb to me. Now, if you're going to the track and you want to put some track tires on it or whatever, street tires for the track, to put street tires on a lifted 4x4 just seems a little bit dumb. I mean, for me, my application, because I sometimes have to go off-road when I'm out deer hunting and stuff and, you know, go back. But I think that's really dumb, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, my opinion, so that's my opinion. Street tires on a 4x4, it's a no-go. Am I gonna lift my truck? Not this one, but the second gen. I'm going to put a 3-inch leveling in the front. And the reason for that is because I just want to put 33s on there, and I don't think I need more than 2 inches, honestly, but I want that 3rd inch just to make sure that my tires don't rub, and if they do, it's very, very, very minimal and something that I can fix. I just like leveled trucks, and I think that's the best thing for me. And when I had my Silverado, I had that thing lifted 6 inches, but that just made it look like a level heavy duty. Like for a Silverado, 6-inch lift makes it just look like a level, 3/4 ton or 1 ton pickup truck. Yeah, I'm gonna lift the truck only 3 inches in the front. What's the next upgrade that I'm doing? To my truck, my next upgrade is gonna be my wheels and tires. I don't know if you guys consider that like a big upgrade per se, but it's definitely gonna be an expensive one. I gotta get wheels and tires for the second gen, so that's gonna be my next thing for that truck. How did you get out of school at 17 years old? Well, I was supposed to graduate next year this time, but I did accelerated online courses through a program called Penn Foster, and basically how it works is you can go through there, you can do 4 years of high school and basically whatever time span you want, as long as it's under 3 years, and basically it's self-paced, so you can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want as long as you complete it within the time frame that they give you. Basically, that's how I graduated at 17 years old. Just as soon as I completed the courses, I was done, and that's how I was done at in April. So that was Chase Reed. Cody Sendit, why did you get an automatic transmission instead of a manual? I got an automatic just because I like not having to shift through the gears myself when I'm doing like in traffic and stuff like that. I can drive a manual. I've done it before on like a trail truck and stuff like that, and I drive tractors and it's not really that much different. You still have the shifter and everything else, and you have to put in your clutch and all that jazz. It's the same concept, so I can drive a manual. I just didn't want a manual for a daily driving truck, and it's just not a big deal to me. Like if I was actually looking at a manual pickup truck, like it wasn't like I wasn't totally nixing the option of a manual. I just preferred an automatic and a daily driver. JD Danks, would you move to Georgia? Would I move to Georgia? Probably wouldn't. Well, take that back. Possibly. I'd possibly move to Georgia. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. For those of you who don't know that, which all of you should not know that except for family, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, when my dad was down there for school, and then we moved up here to Indiana and been here ever since. But yes, I'd consider moving to Georgia. My aunt is actually down in Georgia right now, so something like that. If there was some family down around there, I would consider doing it. Tyler Honeycutt, what is the build plan? Turbo injectors, built trans. For my second gen, yes. I'm going to be doing probably an upgraded turbo, injectors, the whole 9 yards. But first, before any of that, I want to get a built transmission. I want to get my wheels and tires on it. And then as soon as I get my wheels and tires and my front end, make sure everything's all lined and not janked up and messed up, I want to get my transmission built. So I'm going to be setting probably about 90% of my money that I have, in addition to the bills to pay for my insurance and whatnot and fuel on my daily truck now, my 96. Basically 90% of that I'm gonna set aside for my transmission until I have the money, and then the other 10% I'm gonna try to use towards little mods to keep videos going to the channel. But yes, I will be doing that stuff. Why 12 valve and not a 24 valve? And why an automatic over a manual? 12 valve, there's no computers, and I like that about them. Just takes it back to almost like the first gens. Just obviously there's a little more under the hood in terms of just stuff. But I just love the simplicity of a 12 valve. Just the thought of no computers, not a bunch of wiring harnesses and all this other crap. It just felt better going that route for me. And I like the thought of more mechanical horsepower mods than anything. And why over a manual, I already explained that. And that was Redneck. That's his Snapchat. Dominic Standifer? Dominic Standifer? Okay. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I really do apologize. What color rims are you getting for the new Cummins? Probably black. Most everybody did a vote on black, and I have always been drawn towards black. More particularly the fuel hostage wheels. I like those the most. What do you plan on doing with the second gen build? I did a video on this, and this is from Matt. I did a video on this, so if you guys want to go check that out, that is, let's see, I don't even know. You'll see the video in my 96 12 valve build playlist. It'll be titled, what are my plans for the second gen? I would answer that question right now other than just the video fact, but there's just too much to go on about that. So that is where you can find the answers to that. Luke Romberger. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Right, guys, like if I say this stuff wrong, I really don't mean to say it on purpose. I just don't know. He says, why don't you build a Chevy? Actually, we've considered doing a Chevy. We just haven't yet because we've got 4 trucks right now, and they're very, 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 in the baby steps of actually getting it built on. So we haven't really felt the need to pick up another truck to start to work on. We've got this one here that we keep getting stumped with little things like parts not coming in, or we can't find gaskets and crap like that. So we just don't want another truck. And if we did, it would be a square body Chevy, probably like the early 80s models, if that sounds about right for the square bodies. We'd probably go something that route with like the old K20 style, but we'd put a Cummins in it. So everything, it would have to be changed. That's probably what we would do if we did do a Chevy. My dad's talked about that before. He's talked about maybe getting like a square body like that and doing the whole thing. Caleb Millman, he said, which truck do you like driving better? The 7.3 or your second gen? Well, I just started driving my second gen daily the last 2 days, so I haven't had a lot of time in it, but I freaking love the sound of that truck driving it. Like it's a little bit more stiff on the drive, but I don't know what that could be. Maybe it's the suspension just sucks, it's old or whatever, because I know that our Super Duty has updated suspension and whatnot, stuff like that, but the Super Duty I've driven way more, so I'd have to say, like, if I had to choose right now, only driving my truck 2 days, I'd probably have to go get the 7.3 and take it if I had to go on like a long trip, let's say, because I haven't driven the truck more in 2 days. But I'm sure in like a week or two, that could completely change, and I would be like, I would never go pick up that 7.3 again. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't really answer that for sure. But right now, only knowing my truck 2 or 3 days, I'd probably have to go with the 7.3. What rims are you going to be going with, and what size tire? 33 on the tire size and 20 by 12s, probably with fuel hostage for the rims. What size stack are you gonna put on your truck? I'm probably gonna do dual 8-inch stacks or 6-inch stacks, probably 8-inch, just because it looks bigger, and bigger is better, right? So I'm probably gonna do 8-inch stacks. And that previous comment, sorry, with the rims, that was from Chase, and this one that he asked about what size stacks you're gonna put in your truck, that was from Coy on Snapchat. These are Snapchat names. Callan, why do you buy automatics? Do you not know how to drive a manual? No judgment. Please, I love your videos. Let's see. No, I already answered that question. No, I can drive a manual, I just don't prefer it in a daily driver. How soon will you have stacks put on? That's a good question, but let's see. I already said that I have to do my tires and wheels first, and I want to get my transmission built before I do anything else, just because those trucks kind of worry me sometimes. And then I'll probably, from that point on, I can do whatever I want, I guess. Paint's not a huge deal, but I do want to get it done, color matched everything, but I can't paint the truck until I get all my other bumper and my rockers and my new tow mirrors and all that crap put on anyways, because I'm going to do it all at once. So that's going to be the deal with that. Stacks, I don't know. It could be any time after I get the transmission built. From, I can't read it because it was a Snapchat picture. Will you ever set up a PO box so we can send you items? I've had a lot of people ask me this actually in my Snapchat, because I've got, like I said, I've got hundreds of you guys on there, but I don't have one yet, but I would like to have one set up soon. I just don't know how much they cost per month. Probably not anything too crazy, but right now I really am tight on funds, and I'm trying to work my butt off and do everything that I can to try to earn money so I can keep, you know, paying for new upgrades and stuff on my truck coming up here, as well as just, you know, obviously paying to hold on to the truck and everything else and maintenance. But yeah, I just don't know when. If it's like a really cheap thing and the channel starts to pick up and get more productive, then I'll consider doing it. But just right now in the small stages, and yes, these are the small stages of the channel, I plan to go, you know, bigger and better as soon as, you know, as we go. But right now, I just don't know about a P.O. box. I just don't know how much it costs. It's probably cheap, like I said, but I just don't know. But yeah, eventually here, we'll definitely have one eventually. Would you ever get a second gen Dodge gas truck? Why or why not? I probably wouldn't, just because I'm not a huge fan of Dodge gassers. I'm actually not a huge fan of most trucks with a gas motor, other than some of the nice EcoBoost motors, the twin turbo EcoBoost motors, or, you know, some of the Chevys, and also some of the old school Ford and Chevys. Bobby Bennett, would you choose a stock diesel truck over a built up gas truck? Yes, I would use a stock diesel truck over a built up gas truck. That rumble, that roar, that power, just that torque, it's just something different, you know. I've had a gas truck, so I can say that. I've driven both. I owned a Silverado 1500, and I own this diesel. This diesel is just, it's a completely different animal, and I just couldn't go with a gas or probably ever again. Will you ever take the 12 valve or any other rig mudding? Not sure. Maybe my 12 valve, once I get it built up and everything's starting to get more towards what I want, then maybe I'd consider, but nothing crazy, because this stuff is really expensive to do, transmissions and tires and wheels and all this stuff, ins and outs, and to dump thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into a truck and then just to take it mudding and get the thing all beat up, if you're trying to restore it to make it look really mint, that would be a little bit dumb, I think, in my opinion. I mean, you could be somebody that's got just loads of cash and you just want to be stupid with your truck because you can afford to do it if something breaks, and that's cool. If I had that kind of money on me, I would consider taking a mudding, because I feel like, okay, if I break it, I can pay for it and I don't have to worry about anything. You know, worst case scenario. But I probably would not with my truck in my current state with my current available finances. Braden Ralph, would you rather drive an old or new Cummins? Old school all the way, dude. Either the first or second gen, nothing newer. What are your plans with the offset, and what is the first cosmetic or the horsepower? The wheels, I already talked about the wheels, 20x12s, which is -44 offset, and first cosmetic, dude, I don't know. Like I said, after my transmission's done, it could be anything. And that was from Chandler. Jared, why did you want a 12 valve and not a 24 valve? And if you were to straight pipe your truck, what size would your pipe be? My truck is straight piped, and I already said 12 valve. My truck is straight piped already, and it's got a 4-inch on it, and I might change it to a 5-inch when I take it to stacks, but I don't know. I might do a 5-inch from the turbo to the stacks, but that's still in debate. I might just keep the pipe that's on it if it's not a big deal to me. Lane Brown, will you squat the back of your new Dodge? No, I will never squat the back of any truck. Will you be painting the truck, and if so, what color? Yes, I'll be painting the truck. I've mentioned this in a couple videos, and that is from Hunter. Yes, I will be painting the truck, probably just the same color again. I'll probably just stick with white because it's already white and I like white. I don't really see a problem with it. It's easier to keep clean, it just looks good. And that is the last question. So those of you who have not been able to join in on a Q&A, be sure to follow me. I'll put it here again on my Snapchat and my Instagram if you guys want to join these. They're really fun. I got a lot of questions. I actually have more questions than I even got to answer today. There's just a lot of them, so I can't make these videos too long. But definitely join my Snapchat and my Instagram if you guys want to be a part of these Q&As. And if you want to keep up to date with the trucks and the builds and what's going on, more so than just in the YouTube video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Yeah.